I was vibe coding too hard, ignoring good engineering practices, and being too far away from the code. And as a result, I got hit with a fat ass $14,000 bill. So in the spirit of trying to share my failures and my learnings on the internet while trying to build my own startup with you all, in this video, I'm gonna go over exactly what happened to cause this gigantic bill to explode, and moving forward, how I am changing my engineering, specifically my AI coding and AI engineering practices, to prevent this from happening again. So just to prove to you that I'm not lying, here is my Google Cloud bill through the month of April 2026. You can see I racked up a fat $13,999 bill. Oh my god, that's painful. And funny enough, in March as well,
Believe it's not love. I can't help myself, and you don't have to say that.
I also reckon
It sparks across flesh. You'll feel it kicking in soon. And I can't believe it's not love. I can't help myself, and you don't have to say that. It sparks across flesh. You'll feel it kicking in soon. Are you falling in love? The feeling you are. Are you falling in love with the feeling? I couldn't wait for you to come and clear the cupboards, but now you're gonna leave with nothing but a sign. Another evening I'll be sitting reading in between your lines, because I miss you all the time. So get away, another way to feel what you didn't want yourself to know, and let yourself go. You know you didn't lose your self-control. Let's start at the rainbow. Turn away, another way to be where you didn't want yourself to go. Let yourself go. Is that a compromise? So what do you want to? What's your point of view? There's a part you said. Do you want? And I can't believe it's not love. I can't help myself, and you don't have to say that. It sparks across flesh. You'll feel it kicking in soon. Are you falling in love? The feeling you are. Are you falling in love with the feeling? So you're running late. I can't even like you. You were doing
racked up a $6,000 bill. So this is really terrifying because this was just racking up a bill in the background that I had no idea was going on. And just to give you a little bit more context, because I know some of you are going to be like, dude, why didn't you just create a budget alert, bro? Then you will get flagged when something bad is happening like this when you're spending this much money. We did. If you see over here, literally I have a budget alert set for just $200 a month, but I didn't get any alert from this. So as an ex-Google employee, they actually have a startup program where they gave you $25,000 of credits to use, as you can see right here. And the thing is, even though the spend was actually increasing like $6,000 in March, $14,000 in April, because I had these credits left over, all of this was being charged to those credits instead of my actual credit card. So I wasn't actually making a payment, and this budget and alerts tab, this $200 monthly budget that I have set, it actually only triggers when money is withdrawn from your actual credit card, from your actual payment method, and not any startup credits or Google Cloud credits that you're provided. So that's why even though I had all this budgeting and alerting going on, I had no idea what was going on in the background, and the cost was just racking up until one day out of the blue, thank God, I did get an email from Google Cloud sharing this anomaly usage, saying like, hey, we're seeing that you actually ended up using like $2,000 in compute credit today. Is that expected? And then through there, it was major code red and we fixed everything. The root cause of what actually caused that in my startup to rack up this fat of a bill was, so if you go over to my startup, it's called Yorby. It is a social media marketing tool. We're essentially trying to create an AI social media marketer specifically for software startups, SaaS startups, and founders trying to market their tool via social media. And we have a lot of different tools on how exactly we do that with like an AI UGC creator. For example, we have this brand new AI UGC studio, which is an entire end-to-end system to create AI UGC content to market your tool on social media. That's literally what we did to market our tool, Yorby, right here on social media with this account. This is completely AI, 7,000 followers, tens of thousands of views per video, and this is all AI generated. And this is all created directly from this feature right here. And we have a whole lot of features available on Yorby to assist this, but the feature that actually destroyed us and racked up this gigantic bill is this viral content database tool. Essentially, this is a heavily curated viral content database, specifically of marketing content that other software founders use to market their apps on social media. So if we look up something like dating apps, it's going to go through a whole agentic search process. It does take a little bit of time because it's actually just grepping and searching throughout our entire database, doing some clever re-ranking to find the most relevant content. We'll come back to once all the search results are completed. All right, so the search just completed and it now went through our entire database and found you some relevant dating app content that other dating creators, dating app creators are using. And not only does it show you individual posts, it also shows you individual accounts. Like right here, it shows you individual brands as well, so that if one particular brand has multiple accounts tied to it, you can then see the strategy for all of the different accounts tied to that specific brand. So just to show you an example of this holistic brand overview, we have this very popular ed tech tool, StudyFetch. Pull it up right here. Yeah, just one of these tools, like another AI learning platform. We are tracking all of these accounts. There's probably more accounts that we haven't found all of them, but we do our best to find whenever we find them to add them to our database. And you can get a whole overview of this brand's entire UGC strategy. So this feature was the one that actually destroyed us with the credit billing exploding like crazy. And the reason why this feature in particular really ballooned our costs like crazy is because the way that we actually populate this account is a mixture of human curation as well as AI automation. So the human part is myself, my co-founder team, and some freelancers that we're working with. Whenever we're scrolling on social media and we find some good marketing content that other software companies are using, we immediately add it into our database. And then with every single individual account that we enter into our database, we then actually end up scraping that entire account and all of their posts. And I think at this time we were scraping a whole year's worth of posts. So then for a lot of accounts that posted one post a day, that could be like over 300 posts. And then for every single post that we then found, we then got the video, dumped it into AI, and ran a bunch of inference on it to do some AI breakdown, some classifications into what kind of content it is. Is it a software tool? Is it a learning app? Is it a dating app? Tell me what kind of niche this app is in. And that process in particular is quite expensive. Because we were using the most top of the line model, I believe we were using Gemini 3.1 Pro, which price is roughly $15 per million output tokens. And we were doing this for each account for over 300 videos per account. And every single week we were putting in like 100, 200, 300 different accounts, that this was just all going on in the background, and it just ballooned into a crazy cost that you then see from this really fat $13,000 bill over here. All right, so that's a quick summary of the actual bug that this caused. And then now I want to transition into talking about what changes that we're making within our internal engineering team, myself with one intern right now, to make sure that this doesn't happen. One of the biggest lessons I learned from this incredibly painful experience losing $20,000 Vibecoding is that when you're a small business owner and you're running your own thing, if you are not staying on top of your finances, you can get burned very, very badly, and you can be weeks, if not days away from total financial disaster. And as a result of this crazy experience burning 20 grand on various AI credits within my startup, I am now very religious on using software that gives me transparency and clarity about everything that's going on with the finances in my business. And that's why software like Xero, which is the sponsor of today's video. Xero is accounting software built specifically for small businesses, and what sold me on it, and what probably could have saved me from that $20,000 bill that I faced in this video, is that it pulls everything into one central place. Invoicing, bills, bank.
Next.
Marketers lose things all the time. Cookiebot by Usercentrics can help find them.
I've lost my opt-ins.
So hi, hello, my sweet little angel babies. Today I kind of want to talk about a very nuanced topic, which is not liking who you are. And I've been thinking about this a lot over the past couple of months, because I think there is hating yourself for the sake of hating yourself. And then I think there is not liking yourself because there's something that needs change in your life, or there is a piece of you that needs to change for your own self-betterment. And I want to talk about the differences between the two, and how not liking yourself might be the catalyst that you need to change, right? So let me talk about what's been happening over the past couple of months, because I've been really quiet and off the internet just because I was dealing with something a little bit scary. Nothing too crazy, but it's like I was having a lot of weird symptoms that didn't really line up. And the symptoms that I was having, I'm not going to go into detail because it's extremely private, but it could either mean, oh, it's really, really bad and it's like terminal diagnosis and really, really bad, or it could be like a minor thing, like a minor, very minor thing. And so they had no idea what was wrong with me. And so they're like, okay, let's do blood work, let's do tests, let's order some imaging, all of this kind of stuff, just to see what's going on. And everything finally came back clear. And I didn't want to talk about it till I knew that everything came back clear, because I would hate to make people worry, especially like hundreds of thousands of you on the internet worry for no apparent reason. And everything came back fine. And it's like the least of all the evils. And it's a very minor fix, and everything's going to be okay. But over the past couple of months, I've just been like racked with worry of, is this something really severe or is this not? And whenever I can't control something, I'll just think about it. I'll think about it a lot. So I've been reevaluating like every single thing in my life. Like, is it stress related? What's stressing me out in my life? How could I de-stress myself? Is it my diet or something I'm eating? Is it a habit that I'm following? I know I haven't been exercising or running a lot. Could it be that? Am I drinking enough water? You know, my supplements that I'm taking, this, that, the other thing. Could this be nothing? Could this be everything? And it makes you think and reevaluate who you are as an individual down to like the cellular level, and like dissecting every single piece of yourself. I've come to this conclusion that I don't really like who I am. A lot of people would hear that sentence and be like, I don't like who I am, and would say, you just need to love yourself more. Like, you need to love every piece of yourself and love everything that you are. But through this like mental dissection I've been doing of myself and my habits and who I am and how I take care of myself and what I think of myself, and, you know, could this be an emotional reason as to why these symptoms are happening? And thinking about who I am as a person, what I do every day, it's made me come to the recognition that I don't really like who I am. And it's kind of like there's this dirtiness sitting on my skin that I don't really like this weird rottenness on my inside that I don't like. And I've tried to love that piece of myself, that like piece of myself that I don't like. And throughout this whole process, I've looked to myself and I said, why don't instead of trying to love the pieces of myself that I don't like, why don't I try to change them? And of course, this is a case-by-case basis, because maybe you are someone who needs just more self-love, and you do need to love yourself more and stop being so harsh and self-critical. But the pieces of myself I don't like are kind of like the dirty dishes sitting in the sink. I don't like myself the same way that I don't like the dishes in the sink. And it's not that I need to love the dirty dishes in the sink and I need to, say words of affirmation over the dirty dishes in the sink, or I need to tell the dirty dishes that, you know what, it doesn't matter, be who you are. I need to actually put my hands elbow deep in that dirty dishwater, get down to some scrubbing, clean them all, and then put them away. That's the way that I don't like myself. I don't like myself the way I don't like the dirty dishes in the sink, in that there's going to be some hard work and some scrubbing and some difficulty that I have to do to remove this dirtiness that I feel inside of myself. My life has actually been getting really, really good recently. Like, I can't think of, there's maybe like one or two things that I'm like, oh, I don't like this, or, I wish I could change this, or this is difficult. But overall, my life as a whole is very, very good. I have this beautiful apartment. I have beautiful friends around me. I have a great support system. Everything's going really, really well in my life. And if everything is going well in your life and you still feel miserable, then the problem is you. The problem is you, whether it's an emotional issue or it's something that you're doing or whatever. If everything is going great in your life and you still feel miserable, then the problem is you. And I think a lot of the times, one, it's difficult to take responsibility over your own life. But then number two,
I can't believe it's not love. I can't help myself, and you don't have to say that. It sparks across flesh. You'll feel it kicking in soon. Oh, you're falling in love. The feeling you are. Oh, you're falling in love with the feeling. So you're running away, and I can't even like you.
I think a lot of people think that it's bad to change, or it's bad to look at yourself and say, I don't like this thing about me, so I'm going to change it. Because I think a lot of the times we don't understand that what we think is self-love is secretly like self-hatred and self-destruct in disguise. When we have these weird urges to like, oh, don't study, don't exercise, don't get out of bed, don't clean your apartment, you just need to stay in bed and rest and, have a lazy day and bathe yourself in self-love. I think the truest form of self-love is working on your flaws and working on the things you don't like about yourself to change them into things you do like about yourself and you are proud of. And this mental dissection I've been doing with myself and of myself ever since this weird health thing has come around, and I've been trying to change my life for the better so that I can improve my health. It's made me recognize that I don't like who I am when things get hard. I don't like how weak I get. I don't like how I can't handle stress appropriately, or I'm not as emotionally regulated as I thought I was, or the smallest thing happens and it makes me crumble to the ground in tears. I don't like that version of myself because I know that I am more than that. I know that I am capable of more than that. I know that my potential is higher than I think it is, and my strength is more than I think it is. But I'm getting caught in this weird thing where I'm hearing the voice of self-criticism and I'm hearing the voice of self-destruction, and I'm calling it self-love instead of calling it what it is, because I'm telling myself that the easy thing is the right thing to do. The thing that causes the least amount of stress, the thing that is the easiest, the path of least resistance, is the correct path to go. When in reality, what is that one quote? It goes like, the path to heaven is paved with thorns, or something like that, where what we think is the right decision might not actually be the right decision. The right decision is the one that challenges you the most, makes you question yourself, makes you change into a better person. And I don't like who I am because I'm taking the easy route and I'm not finding out who I am, and I'm not challenging who I am, because we find out who we are in that suffering of change, in those difficult moments, in the moments where we want to wake up and we want to have a pastry for breakfast, but instead we choose to wake up early and go for a run and eat a healthy breakfast and drink our water and do everything that's good for us. It doesn't feel.
Hey, hi, hello, my name's Dan. I am a 20-year-old girl from a small town in Europe, and I spent around a year, after I graduated high school as a straight-A student, pretty much, I might add.
By neglecting your curiosity, you are neglecting certain parts of yourself. Hey guys, and welcome back to this new episode of Complexity of Contrast. I feel honored that you decided to join today, and honestly, I'm really excited for this episode.
If I have a really early 8 a.m. client meeting, I might take that from home. But what's interesting in my team is
I left the door on the latch, just enough for your hand to find its way back in. The hall kept your shape a while, in the gap by the frame, where the cold kept slipping through. Leave it open, just a little, just enough. I kept the path you used to know. I kept the path, I kept the path. Leave it open till the hinges start to hum. If you come back, you'll know the way. If you come back, I'll be here. The lamp by the sink still glows like a small patient sun on the cups we never washed. I don't lock what I can't let go. There's a space in the air where your name still fits so well. And I know time can wear down what can turn the key in a stranger's hand, but I held the frame.
many ideas, too many tasks, zero focus. Here's how to break the cycle.